This video is to assist you in creating new users in Business Central. First, you must have access to Microsoft Azure so that you can assign them a license. We're assuming that you've already created an email address for them in the user section here, and they are actively using their email. If they're not, there's a different video for how to create users in Active Directory, or what is now called Microsoft Intra ID. We're going to focus on this section right here under licenses. So choosing licenses, you're going to come over here and look at license features, all products. And in this case, we have 6 total licenses of Microsoft Business Central Essentials. So we have 6. We currently have 6 assigned. We have no available and none expiring at this time. So I'm going to show you both how to add someone and how to subtract someone. So click here. And this will give you the names of everybody who has one of the licenses and how they're listed here. What we're going to do here, we're actually going to remove the user so that we can see and assign another license. So for here, we're going to take away shipping. We're going to remove this license. This direct license will be removed. Now this is okay. We're not changing anything to their account as far as any activity they already have on it, anything they've processed, any history they have. All we're doing is removing their ability to make any transactions or access to Business Central. So this is the typical way you do it if you were removing a user from your system and or reassigning the license. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. Notice up here, it's been successful, it's been removed. Okay. Now we're going to shrink this down and we're going to go over here to our users in Business Central. Let me show you how this is where we're at. Just come in, go to your users. It's right here. And the shipping is still going to be here. And notice right now they're enabled. Right now they're active and they have a license assigned to them. Okay. Now that's because we haven't synced with Azure yet here to Business Central. Now we need to come up to update users from Microsoft 365. We're going to go ahead, going to say please update. We're going to hit the next button here in the bottom. It's going to go and it's going to sync with Azure to see where we're at. And it says there's a number of updates ready to be applied. 1. Let's choose right here to view changes. Right now we're just taking away the plan, the Essentials license. So it's saying the old values, they had an Essentials license. The new value is they no longer have a license. Let's go ahead and finish that one. Okay. Come over here. Notice we really haven't changed anything on this. They still have permissions. We can actually disable the user right here and make them inactive. We're not going to do that today, but we're going to leave them inactive because we're going to put them back here in just a second. But notice they don't have any licenses. So right now they really can't do much if they were to be able to access the system. Okay. So that's how you would remove the license and then of course come over here and inactivate this user. So this is telling you to go to the admin center and disabling the business account only effectively till the next sync. And that's accurate. What would happen right now if we were to do that sync we just did, this would put them back to inactive status. I'm just going to leave that for the moment. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back. We're just going to leave ourselves on the user card here. And we're going to go back to our Azure ID. And let's see, go ahead and refresh. And notice shipping isn't there. We removed them a minute ago. Now we want to put shipping back on there. We want to assign them a license here. Remember we're in licenses up here in the corner. I'm going to go to assign it. We're going to pick add users and groups right here. We're going to go looking for this user. And there's that user, shipping. Nice. Okay. We're going to select this user. And so here's a list of people we're adding licenses to, which is just the one right now. And we're going to review and assign. And there's 4 sections of Business Central Essentials that are added to this user from this one license. And we're going to hit assign here, but what I want you to do is look here in the upper right hand corner when I hit the sign button, and you'll see when it's assigned successfully. There you go, just like that. Okay, now you're in good shape. So let's go back over and let's go to our user group again. Mind you, shipping is still an active user here. Okay, they just can't do anything. They don't have a license. So we haven't really messed with their user setup or any of their permissions. They just can't do anything. What we're going to do is we're going to add this update users from Microsoft 365. And we're going to go ahead and run the sync again. It's going to say there's one change. We're going to review that change. And it looks like we're putting that plan back together with their Dynamics Essentials package right here. We're going to go ahead and assign that to the shipping user. Okay, we'll go ahead and close that. Now, this is going back and forth with a user who's already existent. If the user was new, they would come in and we wouldn't have all these permissions right here. There wouldn't be anything listed as to what they're doing. And this is an important part that you have to do for all new users. And what I would say to do is build that new user based off of what you have. So if you have a shipping person or a username shipping and you want them to have the same permissions, you want to come over here and you want to copy these. And basically what you need to do is when you're on their card, come in here and you grab, like, this one is D365 Business Full Access. Come over here and you do D365 Full Business Full Access right there. You just click on it. Notice how it puts it there. Now, right now, we have two companies in our system, Backup2 and Company. You can assign them to a specific company, so they would have this permission with this specific company, or you can leave it blank and they'll have this permission with all companies within the organization. Okay. Right now, this one only has access to my company and Backup2. And so we don't really want to leave them full access because now they also have access to Business One or to Company One. So what you basically want to do is copy each one of these lines, just like we did here, for every single area they want to have access to. So if you're copying like somebody else, just go in there, find the name, and add it to the line. Okay. Generally, everybody needs access for this environment to CSM Core, CSM WooCommerce, full access, Excel export action. So this is your edit in Excel and exporting. Your local and regional login. And in this case, this user is actually listed as a super user, which means they have full access to everything everywhere on the My Company setup here. Not all the companies, just My Company. So not Backup2 and Backup1, just super on that company. They have the same permissions everywhere else, except for that one right there. And then troubleshooting tips. Okay. All right, so we just go into the next new user. You add this name right here, grab this permission, and assign it to the company you want them to have. And you should be good from there. All you have to do after that is give them the URL link to the page, and they should be able to log in with their Microsoft username and password, the same one they use for emails, Excel, and other Microsoft features.